at forward, 6'1", freshman number 1, Chloe Kitts. For the Lady Patriots, starting at forward, 6'2", junior number 4, Ariana Dizon. For the Lady Eagles, at guard, 5'7", senior number 3, Riley Calcutt. At guard, for the Lady Patriots, 5'9", senior number 22, Ariana Gary. For the Lady Eagles, at guard, 5'9", freshman number 5, Hannah Cone. For the Lady Patriots, at guard, 5'7", sophomore number 23, Melanie Perry. For the Lady Eagles, at guard, 5'6", freshman number 21, Tiara Harris. For the Lady Patriots, at forward, 6' senior number 33, Tiaja McMillan. And for the Lady Eagles, at forward, 6' senior number 23, Leah Irizarry. And for the Lady Patriots, at center, 6'2", senior number 34, Alana Mill. The head coach for the Lady Eagles in her third year is Julian Hughes. And the head coach for the Lady Patriots in his fourth year is Green Noah. The officials for this contest are
The RP Funding Center in Lakeland on a championship Saturday. Spectrum Sports kicks it off with a 3A state championship game between Masters Academy Eagles and the Carrollwood Day Patriots. Mike Aarons, Andrick Frazier on hand, and this should be a great final as somebody's going to win their first state championship here this morning on a championship Saturday. Will it be the Patriots or the Eagles here in this 3A state final? Take a look at the brackets and how these two teams got here, and it all started for Masters Academy with a huge comeback against six-time state champ Miami Country Day to beat them in overtime 76-70 and set up this matchup with the number 1 overall seed. Carrollwood Day, the Patriots took care of St. Stephen's 67-30. So the monster's gone, Andrick. What happens now? One team couldn't beat him, one team did.
Yeah, Goliath is out of the way, and for such a long time in this classification, Miami Country Day has been the poster child of girls basketball. We have two teams right here today that have been clawing to try to get to this moment. Carrollwood Day School has been in the state finals 4 years in a row. Is it their time finally to bring a trophy home, or will Masters Academy get a chance to take it all the way back to Orange County?
All right, stars to watch, the freshman Chloe Kitts averaging 21 points a game during the regular season, but more impressively, a double-double in 19 of 31 games, shooting 61% from the floor. She is impressive in her freshman season for the Eagles. And on the other side, the girl they call T-Mac, Terriana Gary. She's headed to Towson University after her senior year, averaging 14 points a game, 52% from the floor. She's part of that three-headed monster for head coach Kareem Nora, and we'll talk about that more throughout the broadcast. Here's the starting lineup for the Eagles, and it is a young one. 3 freshmen in this lineup: Kiara Harris, Riley Calcutt, Hannah Cone, Chloe Kitts, and of course Alaya Irizarry will get it going for head coach Leanne Hughes, who's in her 3rd season at Masters Academy, 59-24. She played collegiately at Palm Beach Atlantic. On the other side, it is the Patriots, and they are a senior-laden lineup. Milana Perry, T-Mac herself, Ariana Dizon, Tiaja McMillan, and Nabawia McGill. And that is a big, big opposing lineup for Kareem Nora, who is no stranger to the state finals. 109-11 in his 4th season as the head coach, his 5th title game appearance, and he is looking for his first state championship, Andrick. And I know you know him very well, and you know he's hungry to finally get that first one under his belt.
Coach Nora is a man who has committed his life to not only education but also coaching young women, having led several programs to state tournaments, never able to come home with a championship. Is the day for him.
And there's a look, Masters Academy in the blue as Chloe Kitts gets into the circle, and Carrollwood Day in the white, and she will go up against Nabawia McGill. And right off the bat, it's 2 for the Patriots, and Tiaja McMillan gets the pass, and we're underway here in this 3A state championship game. Glad you could join us here on Spectrum Sports.
Masters Academy is a team that can shoot the basketball very well from the outside. Expect a lot of ball pressure from the Carrollwood Day Patriots.
3 ball on the way. Kiera Harris is off the back of the rim. And back the other day quickly are the Patriots on the offensive end.
The Eagles here really packing it in, giving up size.
That's going to be the challenge all day. That is it. Size normally wins as Eli Irizarry came down with the rebound. Quickly moving the ball around, though, is Masters. And this is a team that may lack in size, but we saw what they could do in the semis against Country Day, and the bank is open. On a Saturday, Hannah Cohn, the freshman, knocks it down, and we're tied early here in this 3A state championship game.
See her ability to shoot the basketball. Love her using the glass in the paint.
Ariana Dizon off. Deasia McMillan comes down with a rebound. Lost the ball for a minute and gives it up to Dizon. And Chloe Kitts will get the rebound for the Eagles as Masters comes back the other way.
I think one of the things that's going to be imperative for Masters Academy to limit Carrollwood Day to one shot. Don't give up any offensive rebounds.
Dizon got a piece of that shot from Chloe Kitts, and quickly back the other way are the Patriots. Nabuia McGill fires, that's good.
That's just your trail post player knocking down a long two-point shot.
The 6'2 senior on her way to Texas A&M Corpus Christi, one of three in the three-headed monster that Nora has, and we'll talk about them throughout the broadcast here. Harris, that three is good. There is the heart and soul right there of the Eagles. You talked to Coach Hughes. That is the engine right there, number 21, that makes this team run.
Interesting here, Masters Academy in a triangle and two.
McGill comes down with a rebound, and she is fouled. They go to the line and shoot two. Irizarry picks up her first.
One thing when you're in a triangle and two, again, is just sometimes your assignments as far as boxing out aren't very clear, and not a good job by Kitts locating McGill to keep her off the glass.
Yeah, they did give the foul to Kitts. That one a little too strong. The 6'2 senior, 1,000 points and 1,000 rebounds in her career for the Patriots. She picked up her 1,000th rebound earlier this year. That is an impressive stat. There's not a lot of girls playing high school basketball in our state that have 1,000 points and 1,000 rebounds in their careers.
Tells you she's a complete workhorse here for Coach Nora.
Picked off. And back the other way come the Patriots. Oh, nice move, but she couldn't finish. Ariana Gary with a beautiful move, but she couldn't finish. Then Malaya Perry comes up short. And back the other way is Chloe Kitts. Cohn with the three, and that one is short. Perry with the rebound for Carrollwood Day. You can see the Patriots are all over Chloe Kitts every time she gets the basketball. They've identified the shooter.
And pressing the ball up the floor as well.
Irizarry loses the handle. Gary comes back the other way for the Patriots, one-on-one with Cohn. Cohn slaps the ball away. A loose ball out of bounds. It'll go to the Masters Academy. Good defense by Hannah Cohn.
With the grit, not being intimidated by the senior. Sticking her nose right in the action.
Kiera Harris will walk the ball up for the Eagles. Right now, the Eagles definitely not intimidated by that big lineup of the Patriots. Tied at 5 here early. That's Harris will fire away from three. Off the mark, rebound by McGill. These two teams both like to get up and down the floor. Travel on Deasia McMillan.
Both teams is playing a little bit of nerve so far in the first quarter.
Kitts. She has not found a lot of room around that Patriots defense. Irizarry puts the ball on the floor. That's knocked out of bounds. Irizarry goes flying to the floor.
Great use of dribble penetration against the zone. Irizarry trying to shake off the contact.
6-foot senior on her way to Furman next year. Got it into Kitts off the inbound, but there's nothing doing there. A turnover. The Patriots will get the ball. Halfway through the first quarter of this 3A state championship game here on Spectrum Sports. Glad you're watching from Lakeland. Mike Aaron's Andrick Frazier got the call here in the early game on game one as McGill turns and fires and follows up, gets her own rebound. Irizarry's there to defend. And the loose ball comes the other way for the Eagles. Riley Calcutt. And McGill comes down with it.
Both teams missing shots at point blank range.
Pull up is good for Terriana Gary.
You also wonder too, I mean, playing a 10 o'clock game is not easy, especially on a Saturday. I know these young ladies do it during travel basketball and travel season, but a little more at stake this morning.
Yeah, that's a great point. Maybe part of the reason for the slow start, but looks like they've gotten caught up pretty quickly. A couple runs up and down the floor will get you going.
It's kind of catching that second wind, you know, after you hit that first flight of stairs,
right.
You know, and catch your breath a little bit, pant, and you're ready to go.
Mine's called caffeine this early, so I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what you guys do. Basketball players on another level. Timeout called. There's a look at Coach Nora. And take a look at the playoff history. And Coach Nora has certainly had an impressive run wherever he has gone. For Masters Academy, 8 playoff appearances. They're 6 and 7 in the postseason. The best finished, of course, the regional finals in 2014 and 15. They've won 3 districts in a row. Then there's Carrollwood Day, 5 playoff appearances, 13 and 4 in the postseason. State runners-up in the last 3 years. They are looking to break that streak in a big way here this morning. Can they get it done? We'll find out. But they'll have to go through that young lady right there, Leanne Hughes and her Eagles, who are riding high, coming off a big overtime win over the 6-time state champion Miami Country Day, who they came back. They were 13 points down in the 4th quarter, and a turnover there going the Eagles' way. The Eagles rallied from 13 down in the 4th quarter, finished on a 23-4 run, forced overtime, and then took out Miami Country Day in overtime. It was one of the most impressive games that I've had a chance to see in many years here in Lakeland. That 3 ball from Calcutt's good. And Masters Academy has their first lead here this morning, 8-7.
It's a team that knocked down 11 trays against Miami Country Day. Here, just the spacing, and that's from NBA range, ladies and gentlemen.
Foul called against the Eagles. Patriots inbound the ball. And the little teardrop from Tiaja McMillan is good. Tough to defend when you got the bigs down there off the inbounds in the paint, excuse me.
All you can do is really just contest the shot, get a hand up, and make sure you box out.
In and out for Chloe Kitts. The Eagles try to run down the basketball. Cone tried to save it. And so did Ariana Dizan. That'll be Masters Academy ball. Kitts still looking for her first points here this morning. They try to get her on track. She's got the basketball now. Calcutt for 3, off the mark. Irizarry with the rebound and the putback.
Great use of the left hand.
10-9, Masters Academy. Good one here in this first quarter. Lined up for the 3 ball, and that one just rolled off for Tiaja McMillan.
The Patriots need to show just a little more patience on the offensive end and keep forcing the basketball to the rim. This is a Masters Academy team that's not very deep, Mike.
No, they aren't. They'll run 6.
Here again, just an opportunity from just long range. I mean, with the size advantage that the Patriots have, I think they really need to force the issue and attack the glass.
Gets better than 70% free throw on the season. Malia Perry checks in for Ariana Dizon, and there's the first 2 points for the freshman, who averages 21 points a game. She had 11 points, 6 rebounds in the semifinal win. 3 ball comes up just a little bit short from Milani Perry. Tied up, and the jump ball is going to go Masters Academy way. Here with 1:18 left in the opening quarter. Eagles up by 3.
Also a little surprised that Carrollwood Day is not pressuring the basketball. Really allowing Masters Academy to be comfortable and run sets. They're now getting out of that zone and going man-to-man.
Cone with a deep 3, and that one off the mark. Rebound by Terriana Gary. Foul called on Cone.
Foul call is number 5, Hannah Cone. Her first
It's her first personal. It's funny when you talk to the girls, you saw the shot there at Coach Nora. 3 ball straight away is short. The girls say he does a lot of yelling. He's intense. You know him very, very well. But the girls say they kind of don't think about all the yelling that he's doing until he starts stomping his feet. When he stomps his feet, that's when they need to pay attention to what he's saying.
That's when you know it's getting serious,
That's
right?
when they know it's on. He is an intense guy. He's into everything. He's yelling at the girls constantly, but the girls say, oh, we don't pay any attention to the yelling. But when that foot starts stomping, all eyes go to Coach Nora. He's a great one. There's no question about it.
And believe it or not, he's a lot more tame than he used to be.
Well, you know him pretty well. Former teacher of yours.
Adam as a professor at University of South Florida for a statics class.
Very intelligent man, no question about it. And also a very popular teacher, from what I understand, at USF. Patriots control the loose ball. Terriana Gary just went up and got it. 3 ball on the way, and that one's off the front rim. Daboia McGill traveled with the basketball. Daboia McGill with the travel. And that's how the first quarter comes to an end here in Lakeland. In the girls' 3A state championship, we're off and running here on a championship Saturday on Spectrum Sports. And we got a good one here in the 3A as the Eagles with a 12-9 lead after 1 quarter here in Lakeland.
For the most up-to-date information on FHSAA championships, including a complete official statistics from today's game, visit FHSAA.org, the official website of the Florida High School Athletic Association. At this time, the FHSAA asks that all educators in attendance stand up so today's crowd can publicly recognize and thank you for your dedication, commitment, and passion. The valuable lessons you instill in our student athletes help them to succeed not only athletically.
Welcome back to Lakeland. Spectrum Sports bringing you the 3A state championship game. The Eagles with a 12-9 lead over the Patriots here after 1 quarter, and it has been a good one. Take a look at Carrollwood Day, as we said, no stranger to the championship game. Talk about a team on the verge. Look what they've done in the last 4 years. Runners-up in 3A and then back-to-back years in 4A. Couldn't get through Miami Country Day or FAMU, and guess what? They're state finalists again this year in 2020 in 3A against the Eagles. And that guy has been on the verge now for 8 years. He has been to the state Final Four. At Academy of the Lakes, he was in 4 years in a row in the Final Four as well. Lost to FAMU twice. And in the Final Four, lost to FAMU and Sarasota Christian. So talk about a coach on the verge. It's Kareem Nora for sure. Cohen went up to battle with Ariana Dizon for the rebound. He's on the verge as much as his school.
I mean, he has a parking spot out front. That's how often that man is here. Carrollwood Day here trying to force a turnover, get some easy offense.
Sorry with a nice flip for the left hand. The Masters Academy has their largest lead here this morning, up by 5. Loose ball, Harris tied up with Gary, and it'll be Eagles ball. That is exactly what she does right there. There was a time in the semifinals against Miami Country Day. The Miami Country Day fans were getting all over her. They were down by 13, and all she did was say, keep chipping, keep talking, keep talking. Came down and hit back-to-back threes, and then she looked at the crowd and said, we're back. And Coach recognizes what she does for this team. Number 21. Good ball movement by the Eagles. Cone flips it over to Harris. Harris on the drive and the floater, and she used all the rim there but couldn't get it to go. Dizon comes down with it for the Patriots.
A big stop there for Carrollwood Day School. They need a bucket.
McGill stripped by Irizarry. Everything going the Eagles' way right now here in the first half. Kitts turned, found herself wide open, and then traveled with the basketball.
Couldn't believe how open she was.
Yeah. The girl hitting 61% from the field, turn around and shoot. Nobody there. But she's been double teamed every time she's touched the ball all day so far. Mariah Perry trying to get around Kitts, blocked. And Arizara comes away with the basketball to Harris. To Cone, who's going to reset for the Eagles. Cross court, Calcutt off the mark. Dizon comes down with a rebound for the Patriots. Perry on the push. Perry from the free throw line is good. 5'4" senior. She's on her way to Rollins next year. Starting point guard just coming back from an injury, and boy, coach is glad to have her back in the lineup.
You can see why her ability to push the basketball, knock down a mid-range jumper.
Doan, baseline, that one knocked out of bounds by McGill. It'll be Eagles basketball here with 5:49 left to go in the first half. Calcutt to inbound for Masters Academy. To Harris, flips it over. Cone finds herself open for 3. In and out, McGill goes high, wraps up the rebound. Perry to Dizon. Dizon tried to save the basketball. Pass a little too far for her. Well, a turnover for Carrollwood Day.
Carrollwood Day just cannot get into a rhythm offensively.
8 turnovers for the Patriots. Kitts. There's the double team. 3 ball on the way. That's good. And a Cone.
Someone better get a hand up on that young lady.
That's all they do is play basketball in that household. Timeout. Kareem Nora wants to talk to his girls with 5:08 left to go here in the first half. And Masters Academy pushes their lead to 6 as you take another look.
Just their ability to spread the floor because they can knock down shots from long range. And Hannah Cone, 5'9" freshman, tickling the twine for 3.
We talked about the Cone family. And there is her sister also on the Masters Academy squad, their first ever state final. Now their dad, Josh, coached at Haggerty, coached them to an 8A state title. Uncle Reggie coached Orlando Christian, prepped to 4 boys state titles, and now he's in his 6th season as the head coach of the boys at Masters Academy. And then their grandfather, Steve, he coached Lake Hal, the 2007 boys 5A state title. So 6 state titles between the 3 of those, but you know the Cone family really well.
I've known these young men, the family, since I started playing basketball at 9, 10 years old in the AAU travel circuit. But you know, this family has been around the game of basketball since birth. And see there, that is Uncle Reggie Cone there on the phone, on the big screen, giving a little hand wave. Master Academy's boys head coach and former USF Bull as well.
There you go, the horns up there. 6 seasons as the Masters Academy, just finished his 6th season at Masters Academy. A lot of basketball in that Cone household. Nice drive, couldn't finish, so and then stripped away. Arizari was right behind Deasia McMillan, and she comes back the other way. Cohn has her pass tipped away, and here come the Patriots, 2-on-2. To the basket, and the foul. Ariana Gary.
More importantly, I believe that's the second foul on Hannah Cohn, and Gary forcing the issue, attacking Cohn. I have an opportunity to make two from the charity stripe.
T-Mac on her way to Towson, over 1,100 career points for the Patriots. She knocks that down, averaged almost 14 points a game. And more than 52% from the field, better than 70% from the line. That one rims out. Kitts comes down with the rebound. 17-12. 4.5 to go here in the first half. Harris looked for Calcutt and overthrew her.
Pass just a bit too tall.
Masters Academy has shown no fear against this bigger lineup. The Patriots got to do something here. Get back in it, down by 5. Dizon's left wide open for 3, and she got the friendly bounce.
When you played here 4 years in a row, it's almost like playing a home game, right? So that's a shooter's role.
That's a 2, 17-14. Irizarry. She turned the ball over, she traveled. Impressed with the way the Eagles have attacked this bigger Patriots lineup.
They have not been passive at all. And one of the things we were concerned about were, were they come in here a little too high after beating Miami Country Day, but a much needed jump shot there from the wing for Dizon.
Clear path cut off by Perry. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Eagles. Overthrown, but good job by Gary to get back. Went over the head of Deasia McMillan. McGill trying to move some of her teammates around as they're down by 3. A chance here to close the gap. Floater's no good. Hannah Cohn comes down with a rebound to Kiara Harris. Harris on the push, gives up to Cohn. Harris a straight on 3. That one off the mark. Rebounded underneath by Deasia McMillan. Back the Patriots the other way. 2-on-2. It's Gary. Shut off by Calcutt. Irizarry back in time to intercept the pass for McGill. Here's Harris. Stepped through, flipped it up, couldn't get it to go. Slaps the floor. And she wanted that one.
Unbelievable hustle by Irizarry, sprinting back on defense to force the turnover.
Aaliyah Perry comes in for Deasia McMillan. .313 left to go here in the first half. 17-14 Masters Academy. Perry on the push for the Patriots. Runs into a double team down in the paint, pulls it back out. Dizon, straight on look. That one's short. Nice rebound by Gary and the putback.
I was thinking as soon as she took that shot, why is no one attacking the offensive glass? And great job by Gary with the nose for the basketball.
5 points for Gary. Harris gonna slow things down as Coach Leanne Hughes is settling her Eagles down. 17-16 Masters Academy up by 1. And a really nice pace first half for both squads here in this 3A state championship game. Cohn turned the ball over. That's a 10th turnover for Masters Academy. There's a look at Coach Hughes in her 3rd season. For the Eagles out of Oviedo. This is a little war in I-4 in itself. We got Oviedo against Tampa, right?
You got a point there a little bit. Just a little bit.
Little 3A war. McGill from the free throw line, can't get it to go. Dizon is there for the rebound, but has it stripped away. McGill follows it up. Dizon battles Irizarry to get the ball back. It's McGill one more time to bank it up and in. And she will get 2 coming her way from the free throw line. She couldn't get it to go.
This crew is really allowing these young ladies to play, and I absolutely love it. And here you see Carrollwood Day just not giving up on the offensive glass.
Naboia McGill head to the free throw line. 3 points on the afternoon. In and out. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. It's a 1-point game. McGill with one more coming, looking to tie things up. No good. Irizarry comes down with a rebound. McGill intercepts the pass for Calcutt, then throws the ball away. She tried to get it to Perry. Quickly back the other way of the Eagles. Calcutt gets it inside. A head fake from Irizarry. Kitts is there for the rebound. She can't get it to go. And she's fouled as she goes up for a second chance.
Those arms of Kitts are just so long. I mean, all you can see is just hands and elbows unraveling to attack the glass. And is that an offensive foul?
It is an offensive foul. That's the Carrollwood Day crowd, much to their delight. That's in and out for Perry. Irizarry bounces the ball off of Dizon's foot and quickly back the other way. Perry to Dizon, and Carrollwood Day has the lead 18-17.
Rare fast break bucket this morning. Finally converting on a turnover, Carrollwood Day.
See how the Eagles respond with a minute left here in the first half. Kitts caught in the corner. Good ball movement. Cohn's open for 3. It's good. Boy, she has been deadly from that corner.
Have to rename that spot, huh?
The Cohn zone?
Cohn zone, I love it.
McGill, straight on look. That one's short. That shot's been open for her a lot so far here today, but she has not been able to connect.
Here's the other piece we haven't talked about. Cohn's now been playing for about 3 minutes with 2 fouls. You typically don't see that with freshmen in high school basketball. That's a lot of trust that Coach Hughes has in this young lady.
And you mentioned they do not run a deep rotation for the Eagles. 6 is tops. And foul trouble obviously will dictate whether or not that'll be more than 6, but Irizarry threw that one away with 9 seconds left to go. Tiaja McMillan checks in for Milani Perry. Final seconds here of the first half. Perry on the push. Dizon for the lead. In and out. McGill's there for the rebound, and she is fouled. As the buzzer sounds here to end the first half, McGill will have 2 shots coming her way.
Good look here by Dizon. Ball's just not dropping for long range for Carrollwood Day, but again, the size of the Patriots leading to another opportunity for points from the charity stripe.
That one off the mark. McGill 1 for 5 from the line here in the first half. And that one is good. That's how we put .3 on the clock. Well, what an arm by Kara Harris. That was on mark right there. That was on point.
She must be getting ready for flag football season.
Absolutely. 16 minutes is in the books here in the Girls 3A State Championship, and we've got a good one here on Spectrum Sports as the Eagles of Masters Academy leading the Carrollwood Day Patriots 20-19. Halftime here in Lakeland, getting ready for the start of the second half of this 3A state championship game. Masters Academy with a 1-point lead over Carrollwood Day. What's been an exciting first half between these two squads looking for their first state championship. The tail of the tape of the first half, 29% from the field for Masters Academy. Free throw line, Carrollwood Day has struggled there, and Masters has had no problems from beyond the arc. The rebounding edge, as you would expect, would go to the bigger squad, and that's Carrollwood Day. The turnovers are about even. Points in the paint favor the Patriots. Thoughts from the first half?
I think the biggest thing that you mentioned was just the size factor in Carrollwood Day not really being able to take advantage of it. They do have 12 offensive rebounds, which have led to those 10 points in the paint, which is the only reason they're in this contest. But Master Academy has made some timely threes, been able to force a lot of turnovers, 12 turnovers for Carrollwood Day without even pressuring the basketball. So we'll like to see what adjustments have been made at the half and see how focused these young ladies are to bring the trophy home back to one of their respective institutions.
Well, if you want to make it to the state Final Four, state championship game, you better play pretty good competition, and that's exactly what Carrollwood Day has done. Look at the postseason preparations for them. As 5 of their 6 wins you got to have come against, look at it, 5A finalists, you got 7A semifinalists, Winter Haven was in 6A, Lakewood in 4A, Fort Myers and Braden Rivers a 6A semifinalists. So you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, but that's the way a lot of these teams do now. They ramp up their schedules and play some top competition like Coach Nora to get them ready for this type of game.
I think what we're beginning to see, especially in the women's game, is, you know, they're willing to travel and play anyone, anywhere.
Second half underway here from Lakeland, off the foot of Chloe Kitts. And the Patriots will get the basketball, down by 1 to start the second half. We'll see what adjustments were made at halftime. Irizarry comes down with a rebound off the miss by Carrollwood. Harris from the corner. Just off the back iron, rebound by the Patriots.
Great job and box out by Design.
Really surprised that the Patriots have not taken more advantage of that size advantage that they have. Especially when they get them down in these sets. And they get the man up, you get a little man on man. They have not been able to do that here today.
3-second violation, and wondering if the expanded paint had anything to do with that call.
Yeah, that's the second one we've seen here this morning. Calcutt gets it to Kitts. Tries to get around her defenders. That's blocked by McMillan. Milani Perry down low. She turned the ball over.
Well, Perry had an opportunity to attack the basket on the initial outlet, but she was fanning out too wide. Sometimes you just get used to settling for the jump shot, and those bad habits, you know, tend to bite you every now and then.
Yeah, they came up there for sure. Irizarry found the double team. Harris from the corner. Harris goes right up and in. Right around Tiaja McMillan, no problem there.
I was thinking, how is she going to possibly get a shot off, let alone make one?
It's 5 points for Harris. Pull-up is good. Milani Perry back to a 1-point game. Harris had success from that corner, got it inside, and gets it back for 3. There is no fear for 21. You wouldn't know she's a freshman. Pass ahead to Tiaja McMillan was on point. She couldn't handle it.
Perfect execution of the secondary break. Just unable to finish.
Nabuia McGill's going to come in for McMillan. Calcutt walks the ball up. A little over 5 minutes to go here in the third, and a 1-point lead for the Eagles. Cone from the corner, trying to create a new cone zone down on the other end. The rebound put back up and in, Arizari.
Great offensive rebound there by Masters Academy.
6 points for her this afternoon. McGill had a wide open look, gets a second chance and connects.
I'm Coach Nora every time down the floor, McGill's touching the basketball. She needs to touch the basketball in the post to try to create a little bit of offense. She's been the only piece of consistency for the Patriots so far.
Harris, the Cone from the wing, and that is good. Another three-pointer from Hannah Cone.
She has such a quick release. We have to take her over to the Strawberry Festival once all this is said and done. Win a couple stuffed animals for the ladies before I go home.
Ariana Gary connects. 2-point lead for Masters. Hannah Cone with 4 3-pointers here this afternoon. Lead all scorers with 11. Calcutt's going to back it out and reset. We're halfway through the third quarter of the 3A State Championship game. Mike Ayers, Andrew Frazier. I hope you're enjoying this one on Spectrum Sports. Loose ball, Patriots come up with it. Stripped away, Kitts from McGill.
Go gadget arms of Kitts.
Arizari, short. Rebound by the Patriots and the foul.
It's a third foul also on Cone.
Now Leanne Hughes doesn't even look down the bench. Those 5 are in there.
That's who got us here. We're going to ride the wheels until they fall off.
Didn't even look back at the bench. Blocked by Kitts. There's those long arms again. Calcutt tried to get it inside to Irizarry, but knocked away by the Patriots. Terriana Gary, who's been everywhere for them here so far. Nice pass inside. Dizon couldn't connect. Beautiful pass inside.
Just missed with the left hand.
Kitts on the run, lost the handle. Patriots have the basketball. Lonnie Perry swoops in, lays it up and in. We're tied at 27. Carrollwood Day crowd to their feet, trying to cheer on the Patriots.
Here, Coach Moore asking his young ladies to pick up the pressure.
Nice job by McGill, got back and intercepted the pass for Kitts. Dizon.
Too much hot sauce, just a simple bounce pass. Dizon would have been perfect on that possession.
Cone in on McGill. No problem.
She can do more than just dial it in from long range.
That was kind of a textbook bucket. She's going in against a bigger player, keeping the ball away from her to the far side of her body, and then going up. I mean, that is great control on that shot.
Taking it right through the defender's chin, not allowing her any space for the shot to be blocked.
13 points for Cone, and a 29-27 lead for Masters Academy. 3 ball on the way. Off the mark. There's Harry, comes down with the rebound. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third. The Eagles have shown no fear here against Carrollwood Day. It's been attack all day long. Cone, she attacks from anywhere she is on the floor. It doesn't matter.
Again, just the release is just so quick. Does a good job of getting her feet set and getting the basketball in the shooting pocket.
The kick on Carrollwood Day. That'll go right back to the Eagles. with a 2-point lead.
I've never seen a kick ball called on an offensive player. Even if you dribble the ball off your foot, it's just a dribble off the foot.
Good point. Excellent point.
Learn something new every day.
Minute to go here in the third. Carrollwood Day has extended that defense, trying to take away the perimeter from the Eagles. Cone goes inside. Turn the ball over. A chance for Carrollwood Day to tie things up with under a minute to go. A big lineup in there for Carrollwood Day with McGill, McMillan, and Dizon. Too much dribbling. Kiera Harris says, let's stop that, and then draws the foul. Just kind of pick. There's Kiera Harris right there. That's exactly what she does.
The freshman not backing down from the sophomore, and just a little bit too careless with the basketball is Perry.
She had had enough of that.
Listen, if you're a freshman and you're a captain, that should tell you a lot.
Yes. She had 15 points in the semis. Coach Hughes will tell you, that's the girl that gets the Eagles going. Beating the press. See if they can do something with it. McMillan can't connect from the baseline. 4 seconds left to go. Harris down in the paint. Nice pass. It gets rejected by McMillan to end the third quarter. Boy, oh boy, some quick passing by the Eagles. Tiaja McMillan said, I don't think so. And the senior headed to Colgate. Ends the third quarter on a block. 29-27. Masters on top as we head to the final 8 of this 3A state championship game.
Mexican fans with a splash of Baja Chill and check out Fuzzy's just off the Brook Parkway on Southport Avenue.
8 minutes to go in regulation to decide this 3A state championship game here on Spectrum Sports. It's a good one. Masters Academy with a 2-point lead over Carrollwood Day, and there is a lot of talent here in this championship game this morning. 5 seniors are headed on to play basketball at the next level. You saw Aaliyah Irizarry's going to Furman, Terriana Gary, Ted Towson, Nabuia McGill's on the way to Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Tiaja McMillan, who had that block to end the third, going to Colgate. And Malaya Perry headed to Rollins College. 8 minutes to decide a first state champ. Is it going to be Masters Academy from Oviedo or Carrollwood Day from Tampa? McMillan goes up and grabs that rebound. Strong rebound from the senior. Coach Nora, been here before, looking to get his first. As Carrollwood Day has been in this situation 4 years in a row. Is the 4th time the charm for the Patriots. That's good. Alani Perry ties things up at 29. Early here in the 4th.
Jump shot by the 5'7" sophomore.
Turnover by the Eagles.
22nd turnover on the day.
Harris comes up with it to Calcutt. Looked like Gary had a good look at the basket, but Harris was there and drops in the bucket on the other end.
Partner, you gotta be kidding me.
3-pointer for Harris, 32-29. as the Eagles retake the lead. McGill, too strong. Urizari gets it back to Harris. Harris inside to Kitts. And Kitts is fouled as she goes to the floor.
Nothing to see here, you know, just me getting a steal on one and then coming down and knocking down a tray from the top of the key.
Giving the old 3 sign. She has been fun to watch this weekend, I gotta tell you.
Love the moxie. I mean, this Harris-Cone combination for the next 4 years is going to be exciting to watch.
And Kitts.
Forgot about that freshman, too.
Averaging 21 points a game. Yeah, you're right. It is a great combination. When I was coming in this morning, I came in as the Masters Academy bus came in, and the entire team got off the bus singing "Don't Stop Believin'" by Journey. They had it cranking in one of the boom boxes, and the entire team was singing at the top of their lungs as they walked into the building, "Don't Stop Believing."
That song's like 3 times as old as they are.
Exactly right. Maybe the motto that they're taking in, and we talked about these 3 freshmen. How about this? I mean, not only freshman phenoms, but the basis of what could be a team that could see many chances to win state championships with Harris, Kitts, and Cone, all double digits. I mean, Chloe Kitts is a double-double in 19 of her 31 games this year. This is a very special group. When you can start building this young, you've got to think you've got something for the next 4 years.
It all starts with a foundation, you know, and again, we talked about that yesterday, about wanting to build a program and planting the seeds. And, you know, we see what Carrollwood Day's been able to do. I mean, they've been here 4 years in a row, and you have to ask yourself, is this the start of Masters Academy, you know, for their girls program?
We'll find out. 6.5 minutes. Calcutt on the drive. And McGill and Dizon are there. They're going to give it to Dizon. That's the 3rd foul on Ariana Dizon. Cone and Kitts are playing with 3 fouls for Masters. Another one coming. Calcutt connects. The senior, 10 points in the semifinal win over Miami Country Day. Dizon to McMillan. Here's Perry. Perry looking for room, goes right down and scores with a left hand.
Great job of attacking the gap and the triangle in 2.
Eight points here for Milani. Perry. Kitts throws that one away. I think Cone expects to score no matter where she is on the floor. She was lined up over there for 3. That one's over her head. She went down mumbling herself like, just get me the ball. I'm good. I'm good to go.
No, she was over there ready to land the plane, that's for sure.
See if they can take advantage of this. The double team, though. Kitts and Irizarry come over. The turnover. They try to get it inside to McMillan. Good job by the Eagles. Up by 2 with 5:47 left to go in regulation.
Full court pressure here by the Patriots.
Eagles take care of that easily. Here's Cone on the run against McGill. Try to flip it up with the right hand. Look out, Harris is wide open from 3, but missed off the front rim. Kitts battles for the rebound. Flips it back up, no good. And out with it comes Carrollwood Day. McGill. McGill goes inside, and the foul. But she'll go and shoot 2. That'll be on Harris. That'll be her 3rd.
See McGill here, seeing she has a smaller defender on her, and Harris there. Cheap foul.
Coach Hughes going over and asking about the foul situation.
Carrollwood Day now 3 for 10 from the charity stripe.
And they're down by 2. Calcutt. Here's Ari out at the top to reset the offense with 5 minutes to go here in regulation. I think Coach Hughes was over there asking about the 4 fouls that are up on the board for Chloe Kitts. Wanted to make sure that was right. There's not one player on her bench has taken off their warm-ups. Not one. She is staying with the 5 that got her here. Cone jumping up and down, wide open underneath. Until McMillan went over and shut it off. Cone was open for a while. It's like a wide receiver raising their hand up. I'm open, I'm open. She's open again. Baseline off the side of the basket. Carrollwood with the basketball and back the other way, down by 2.
Nice pass.
Good give and go. Good patience there by Tiaja McMillan. That ties up the game. Coach Norrell wants a timeout to talk to his team as the Carrollwood Day crowd comes to their feet.
I'm surprised he didn't pull a hamstring calling that timeout. Here, just a nice high-low pass, and McGill finding McMillan for the easy 2.
Good patience by McGill. Cone flies by. 4:14 left to go. Talk about Patriot power. 18 games, 65 or more points, 17 wins by at least 25 points, in 10 games allowing 30 points or less. And they have done that throughout the season, including the state semi was when they took out St. Stephen's 67-30.
You can crumble all that up because none of that's going to happen today.
No.
They're not scoring 65. They're not going to win by 25, and they've allowed more than 30 points. So let's toss that. Appreciate that graphic. Right now, this is crunch time.
It is 4 minutes, 14 seconds to go. And we are dead even in this 3A state championship game. Mike Aarons, Andrick Frazier here on Spectrum Sports. Crown our first champion of the day, and this is a good one. Coming out of the timeout by Carrollwood Day. Pressure. Calcutt with the basketball. Rolls through the zone of Carrollwood Day. This is Irizarry to Kitts.
Nice pass.
Masters Academy with the lead once again. Spin move by McGill. She was open, but couldn't finish. Irizarry double teamed and traveled. So the Irizarry wanted that call back. She had McMillan and McGill on her as she went up between both of them to get the rebound. Patriots will inbound down by 2.
I think if you're Carrollwood Day, you have to go to whatever Kitts is. She cannot pick up her 5th foul.
Nice give and go with Dizon, but couldn't connect. McGill put it right on. It looks like McMillan came down awkwardly. And she's going to be looked at. They cannot afford to lose the 6-foot senior who has been the power on the boards all season long.
I think she rolled her ankle, came down on an opponent's foot.
Nine rebounds so far. And it'll be interesting to see as she is down for a while here. This back and forth between these two teams has been amazing here, especially here in the 4th quarter with so much on the line coming down the stretch. But have you noticed either one of these squads have picked up anything from that halftime when you go in and make adjustments?
Well, I think that you've seen Carrollwood Day try to do more things as far as getting the basketball to their post players in positions where they can score, but they've done a terrible job of taking care of the basketball, which has limited their opportunities. And I think for Masters Academy, I mean, they're kind of like a boxer that just, they're looking for you to make a mistake and take advantage of it. They pass the ball around very well. Cone's been fairly quiet in the 4th quarter, but, all eyes are going to be on her anywhere she is on the floor.
Oh, you mentioned the free throws, 3 for 10 for Carrollwood Day. And you'd like to have those 7 points back right now, or at least some of them back down by 2, as McMillan is helped off the floor. Milani Perry checks in. her. So the Eagles with the ball and the lead. And a timeout called by Coach Hughes. Let's see what they've attacked the bigs all day long anyways. It's tough to lose somebody like Tiaja McMillan for the rest of the game, but let's see if Masters makes any adjustments, knowing because Dizon's still in the game. You got a 6-footer there. McMillan's still in the game. Got another 6-footer there, or McGill, excuse me. So they do have a big lineup, but that has not phased Masters Academy at all here today.
Well, not at all. I mean, especially when your game plan is to spread the basketball out, attack on the dribble when you have opportunities to, and then make sure you're getting the basketball to people that are open on the wings to knock down shots. And we've seen some timely threes from not only Cone, but also Harris. And, you know, Kitts is the most versatile basketball player on the floor. There's really nothing she cannot do.
Well, and you also have 3 freshmen on your team that play like they're seniors and with no fear.
They're no longer freshmen.
No. They don't look like it at all. As there is a look at Tiaja McMillan. He looked at over on the bench. 3:29 left to go for Carrollwood Day. Down by 2 as Masters tries to close out their first state championship as Kitts into the offensive zone. Couldn't find Cone, who's wide open here on the near baseline. That is tied up. It'll be Carrollwood Day basketball.
Again, the size of Carrollwood Day on the trap on Kitts, not giving her great vision.
Harris bothering Milani Perry. Get it inside to Dizon. To McGill. That one rolled off. Dizon with a rebound and the putback. We're tied at 35. Pressure for Kiara Harris. Kitts. Carrollwood Day comes away with the ball. 2.5 left to go. Tied at 35.
Carrollwood Day has to find a way to get the basketball to Dizon.
Dizon's got the ball now. Back up top. Terriana Gary. Gary backs up. As the offense resets, Gary gonna pull up and shoot. That's good! T-Mac puts it down for the Patriots. Their first lead here in the fourth quarter, 37-35.
Coming off the ball screen, ready to stop and pop.
And that was a pretty move by Terriana Gary. Harris. Irizarry turns and fires and ties it back up. Ice, ice, ice.
Catching the basketball at the high post, turns and face, realizing no defender there to stop her, knocks down the 15-foot jump shot.
Minute 30 to go in this 3A state championship game.
Could we be in for another overtime game, partner?
We're okay with that. Masters is used to it now. McGill puts it on the floor, but it's blocked. Irizarry comes away with it. Kiara Harris. Harris tries to go baseline and flipped it into Kitts. Loose ball winds up to Irizarry, but she traveled with it with 59 seconds left to go. And Coach Nora wants a timeout. They did change that foul on Chloe Kitts. She's back to 3.
She's back to 3 now? Okay.
Coach Hughes went over and asked about it, and I saw her flashing the number 4 and pointing up to the scoreboard. I had her down for 3, so she wanted to make sure that she's not having to think ahead in case she loses probably the best player on the team.
You're talking about foul trouble here. Neither team is in the bonus. You have Chloe Kitts and Kiara Harris, as well as Hannah Cone with 3 fouls for Masters Academy. And Dizon, the only person in foul trouble for Carrollwood Day.
Yeah, Carrollwood Day normally field goal percentage-wise, they've been very good, but not here today. Just 33% from the floor. Masters Academy has shot every time they've got the ball. They have no problem shooting the deep ball, 6 of 21 from beyond the arc. Carrollwood Day has yet to score from beyond the arc. But that has not been their MO. They are a post-dominated team, and they punch it down to the bigs. This team under Kareem Nora, 110-11 in the 4 years that he's had this group of seniors. They went 49-0 over that stretch as well at home.
It's like Carrollwood Day is going to settle for the last shot.
That could be good and bad. You turn the ball over to a team like Masters.
He is don't turn it over.
We'll see. Final 30 seconds here in regulation, tied at 37. Milani Perry and Dizon hand it off to Malaya Perry. Back up top. Perry. 10 seconds left. Malaya Perry. Coach Noro wants a full timeout. He wants to talk this over. 7 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what he's got drawn up.
So this is interesting. If you're Masters Academy, you have 2 fouls to give and there's 7 seconds left. You can manage this honestly where they don't get a shot off and you have an opportunity to force us to go to overtime. The only issue with that is you have 3 players with 3 fouls, and you're not taking those 3 players out of the game right now. So it'll be interesting to see what Coach Nora draws up for this sideline out of bounds.
We've got a couple of players for Masters with just 1 foul. Calcutt's got 1 foul, and Irizarry has 1 foul. You're right, the team with a couple fouls to give, even just to break up the flow. 7 seconds to go, Dizon on the inbounds. And it's turned over. Harris has the basketball to Calcutt. 1 second left to go. Calcutt throws it off the side of the basket. We're going to overtime.
I don't know how to, for the life of me, on a sideline out of bounds play. That's what you draw up and you turn the ball over.
Little overtime here in game 1 of the championship Saturday here on Spectrum Sports. Little overtime here in game 1 on a championship Saturday here on Spectrum Sports.
I knew I should have joined the commentators union.
See?
Just so I can make sure I get extra pay and bonus for overtime, and I didn't do it this year.
You're always going to be paid well. That just means they get to learn more from you. That's all. You get to drop more knowledge. That's all. It's a 3A, another back-to-back overtime games for Masters Academy. They knocked off Miami Country Day in overtime in the semis to get into this championship game, and we play a little overtime here against Carrollwood Day.
You have to ask yourself, like, if any team has an advantage in overtime, it has to be Masters Academy. When we talked again about their ability to win some of these tight games, even though they do not have size advantage.
And I think the loss of Tiaja McMillan for Carrollwood Day is huge. As it's been her and Nabuia McGill, those are your 2 bigs that are on the boards all day long, and to lose that aspect, it's got to open up for players like Kitts and Irizarry for the Eagles. So McGill and Kitts for the jump. And Nabuia McGill swatted that out of bounds. There was nobody there. So the Eagles will start this overtime. 4 minutes to play for a state championship. Cone. Cone for 3, off the mark. That'll be Carrollwood Day basketball. (37-37) here in the 3A state championship game on Spectrum Sports. Hope you're enjoying this one. Masters Academy Carrollwood Day. The winner will pick up the school's first state championship, but they're going to have to work a little extra for it. Harris checking Milani Perry. Swatted the ball away from Perry. Boy, Harris just never stops. Never.
She's going to sleep very well tonight.
Yes, she is. Dizon inbounds to Malaya Perry. Three ball for the corner. What a time for your first three of the game for Carrollwood Day.
Sister to sister.
Milani Perry knocks down the first three for the Patriots this afternoon. Puts them up by 3 here in overtime. Cone goes baseline, but she stepped out of bounds. See Perry with 11 points for the Patriots. See what Coach Hughes' team has with 3 minutes left. A minute gone by here in the extra session.
See if CDS elects to hold the ball, take some air out of the basketball.
McGill. There, she dribbled it off her foot, partner.
That was different, though.
Dizon is fouled.
He's out here attacking the rim, and
that's the second foul for Irizarry. 15 foul.
Irizarry caught leaving her feet.
Dizon at the free throw line. That's good. Carrollwood Day with its largest lead at 4. Carrollwood Day crowd on their feet as Dizon's got another one coming. 5-point lead here in overtime for the Patriots. Kitts threw it awful, one of the Carrollwood Day defenders, and landed in the hands of Aaliyah Irizarry, who was fouled. Lonnie Perry is called for the foul. That's her second personal. Neither team in the bonus. Not a lot of free throws shot in this one here. Cone bothered by Perry. Perry knocks it away. Harris is there to get it back.
Eagles have numbers.
Dizon is there for the steal. Gets it to McGill, and then they turn the ball back over. Harris for 3. Rebound by Milani Perry, and then Perry dribble it off her foot and out of bounds.
Ooh, that last possession was nerve-wracking.
Timeout. Coach Hughes for Masters Academy. The Scream Norris squad finds himself up by 5. Here in the overtime session. Get their first 3 of the game thanks to Milani Perry, and that has been the trigger here in overtime. And this is what's at stake. Both schools vying for their first state championship. Masters Academy and Carrollwood Day. 2 minutes, 2 seconds to decide whether it's going back home to Oviedo or it's going to Tampa. And right now, Carrollwood Day's up by 5 and trying to close it out. They've been in this situation, at least the seniors have, 4 years in a row.
I think it's some nerves going on in the stands for those people wearing red and black. There's Rob Higgin,
there he is.
our executive director for the Tampa Bay Sports Commission. His wife is the athletic director at Carrollwood Day School.
I saw some red. that he was wearing.
Oh, you better have some
he's
red on
wearing
or be
some
locked
red.
out of the house tonight.
He had a jacket, but he had some red. There it is.
Casey and Rob.
Irizarry for 3. Loose ball controlled by Carrollwood Day. Wide open look. Perry on the run out. She is fouled by Kitts. That'll be number 4 on Kitts.
Gary here just pitching the basketball ahead, and really, you asked me, a smart foul by Kitts. Can't give up two, and want to make them earn it from the charity stripe.
There's number 12 on the afternoon for Milani Perry. Her first free throws of the afternoon. Hit the big three here in overtime to break the tie. And has Carrollwood Day up by 6. Irizarry goes through, flips it up, can't get it to go. Kitts is there for the putback, too strong. Irizarry to Harris for 3. That one's short. And Irizarry with the basket and the foul. No quit in the Eagles with 1:37 left to go in this overtime period.
Irizarry is a really nice player. Here you see her not giving up on the play, drawing contact and trying to get 3 the old-fashioned way.
15 foul, for Carrollwood Day, and that one touched every part of the rim and in to complete the three-point play. They're down by 3. Boy, if I'm Carrollwood Day, I'd get it in the hands of Milani Perry all day. She's had the hot hand here in overtime.
Just be careful with these long cross-court passes.
Gary from the baseline is good.
That's a big-time pull-up jump shot.
T-Mac ran up the court, posing. 5-point lead for the Patriots. Harris for 3, too strong. He's on with a rebound to Gary.
If you're Masters, you got to foul. You have to foul.
Milani Perry, a wide open look to Gary for the basket and the foul.
And an intentional foul. It means the basket's good, a shot and the ball. Whew. Good ball moved by Carrollwood Day, and
timeout for Masters Academy. A 7-point lead. Shots coming, and so is the ball back to the Patriots. They have been a completely different team here in overtime.
And I understand the intent and the rule, but I can't make this call right here if I'm an official. Not in this game.
Carrollwood Day has struggled, kind of kept themselves in the game. It's been a good game, but here in the overtime period, this is a different team. You wondered where some of this was during regulation.
Well, you wonder too if like the fatigue piece starts to set in. Having played your second overtime game in 3 days. If you're Masters Academy, but Carrollwood Day, the much deeper ball club, and they've made some timely shots when necessary.
And Masters Academy has played this entire game with the starting 5. No substitutions. 1 substitution for Carrollwood Day, and that was because of the injury to Tiaja McMillan. Otherwise, both of these schools have played the starting 5 for the entire game. Gary. That one rolls off.
Didn't she make the shot?
She did make the shot.
She gets 2 shots and the ball?
That was just 1 shot.
I thought it was 1 shot too. I thought that was intentional foul rule.
The second one is good.
I bet you didn't know that Postmates delivers here, did you?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Postmates.
He's on. Off McMillan, or excuse me, McGill, and out of bounds. Now
Don't necessarily need a 3 here. You need a quick push in the basket, and then you have to foul.
You've got a bunch of 3-point shooters on this team, too, as they get it inside to Kitts. Kitts inside to Irizarry.
Now you got to foul.
Harris had a chance to foul, so did Kitts.
Kitts has 4.
They got it to Gary.
Uh-oh.
And Irizarry comes away with a rebound. Here's Harris with 26 seconds left to go. Now Cone. Cross court to Calcutt. And a timeout's going to be called by Leanne Hughes with 19 seconds left to go. It was getting kind of hairy there down the stretch. So throwing the ball around. 19 seconds left to go. This is a team in Masters that came back from 13 down in the fourth. Big run to force overtime and knock out Miami Country Day. Do they have something left here with 19 seconds to go, down by 6?
I think you have to draw something up here for a three-point play, and again, you have to foul immediately once the ball comes in. Definitely have to keep your eyes on Cone, but I would like to see some action, honestly, with Irizarry maybe setting a screen or a stack with her and Kitts. Maybe create a mismatch.
It's got to be quick, though, right? You need a quick basket.
You need a three here. I mean, a 2 doesn't help you here. You need a 3 because you're out of timeouts as well. And the clock doesn't stop.
So Cone will inbound for the Eagles. As Andrick said, out of timeouts. They got to make something happen quick. You see Carrollwood Day has come all the way out beyond the arc defensively. Calcutt for 3, too strong. Dizon comes up with a rebound. Irizarry has to foul. And time is running out on the Eagles here in overtime.
Well, honestly, Carrollwood, they can shoot these free throws probably and not touch the basketball again and just let the time run out. What a hard fought contest today, partner. Way to start the Saturday.
Yeah, it's a good start to the Saturday here in overtime. And that man is closing in on the school's first state championship. Dizon off the mark. Irizarry comes down with a rebound. Gets it to Kitts. Kitts is going to fire from 3. Out one off the mark. Daboia McGill comes down with a rebound and taken away by Kitts, and Harris got inside. That's it. The 4th time is the charm for the Carrollwood Day Patriots as Kareem Nora and his Patriots win the school's first ever state championship, and they needed overtime to do it as they knock off Masters Academy 48-42. Congratulations to the Patriots, the 3A state champs, and it's been a long time coming for that coach right there, isn't it?
Hey, I think we're going to see some tears from that young man. Coach Nora's been at it for so long.
When you come to 8 straight Final Fours and been to the finals, that championship game 6 times, and walked away with nothing, you got to think, is this the year? Is this going to be the year? And you see Miami Country Day go out in the semis. They had to like their chances.
And the great thing about it is, like, it wasn't easy, and he's put the work in. These young ladies have put the work in, and if you're Masters Academy, you have nothing to hang your heads about. They showed a lot of grit today, taking down Miami Country Day, which has been the poster child of high school basketball, honestly, in the state of Florida for the last 6 years.
Been one of the most successful programs in girls high school basketball with nothing to show for it, but a bunch of runner-up medals. Now they get to take home the big one, the state championship trophy, going back to Tampa as time runs out on Coach Leanne Hughes and the Masters Academy Eagles, but there's no question with that freshman lineup, they'll be back in the Final Four. You can guarantee that.
Keep everybody healthy, and this is going to be a team to watch for the next 3 years.
Stay tuned here on Spectrum Sports as we will bring you the medal and trophy presentation for the finals of this 3A state championship game. For Andrick Frazier, I'm Mike Cairns. Hope you enjoyed this one because it's been a good one here. The final in overtime, the Carrollwood Day Patriots win their first state championship, knocking off the Eagles. Yes, mission accomplished. The Masters Academy as the Patriots finish them 48-42 to win the 3A state championship.
parents. Thank them.